For decades, companies treated knowledge management like a giant digital filing cabinet. The ultimate goal was to extract human expertise, codify it, and park it in a static repository for safekeeping. Corporate success in this era relied on the size of the database and the efficiency of human-to-human exchange on internal social platforms. The traditional model of simply storing knowledge became a liability, unable to manage the sheer velocity of the new information being generated. To understand exactly how severe this rupture was, researchers recently analyzed publications across 2 leading academic journals dedicated to knowledge management. This schematic outlines their methodology. They set a strict timeline, comparing 30 months of corporate literature published right before ChatGPT launched against the 30 months immediately following, leaving an 8-month transition window to account for publication lag. Looking closely at the results in this table, we see a sharp drop in traditional mainstays. Keywords like organizational learning, which used to dominate the conversation, dropped significantly in relevance once generative AI entered the picture. The researchers identified a necessary transition for companies trying to adapt: the move toward knowledge orchestration. Orchestration marks an evolution from passive collection to the active, real-time management of insights produced by intelligent systems. A static repository fails when it is flooded with synthetic summaries, predictive recommendations, and raw AI-drafted insights that are produced faster than any human can file them. The deliberate funnel of human input is bypassed by rapid, compounding streams of machine-generated data points, creating a scale of information that overwhelms traditional processing. Researchers describe this as embedded cognition. It is a state where AI functions within the daily thought processes of the knowledge worker, acting as a collaborative layer of intelligence. Leaders now face a new mandate. They must actively govern this artificial flow to ensure that the machine-generated knowledge used by their employees is both accountable and reliable. Without a system to validate what the machine generates, a company cannot ensure the accuracy of the foundation used for its strategic decisions. While the software handles the data generation, researchers are now focusing on how the human element reacts to these changes, specifically the behavioral shifts triggered by automation. This research highlights a surprising trend: a spike in knowledge hoarding, the deliberate retention of information by employees seeking to protect their personal advantage or job security. Recent research reframes these actions. Hoarding, hiding, and sabotage are analyzed as interconnected behaviors driven by technological pressures. To understand these behaviors, researchers are using social exchange theory, a framework that calculates the trust, risk, and rewards involved in interactions. Today, it is used to measure the relationship between humans and AI. This research suggests that orchestrating knowledge is as much about solving human psychological fear as it is about managing software algorithms. The quantitative data from the last 2 years provides a clear trail showing that the historical focus on human-to-human networking is losing its dominance. Looking at this shift in literature, the research focus on social media has declined. As noted here, corporate attention has moved from human-to-human networks toward human-to-AI processes. Academic literature is now focusing on the specific mechanics of digital transformation and the reskilling required to integrate workers into these new models. The emerging strategy is human-AI co-creation, the practice of assimilating AI into routines so that it strengthens human application without replacing the worker. In the modern economy, competitive advantage belongs to the organizations that can dynamically orchestrate and govern the combined flow of human and artificial intelligence.